Gentlemen, our next community challenge awaits you. And this time, we're honing in on optimizing your morning routine. Beginning Thursday, March 27th, we are kicking off the 15 Mindful Mornings Routine Challenge. For 15 days in a row, you're going to be dedicating 15 minutes to your morning routine for these 5-minute segments of 5 minutes of breath work, 5 minutes of guided meditation, and 5 minutes of journaling. Every single morning, you'll be receiving an email from me, or also a text message if you sign up for that as well, that has a guided 5-minute breathwork exercise, a 5-minute guided meditation, and 5 minutes of journaling. And I'm going to be sending you a new journaling prompt every single day. And each 5-day chunk of those 15 days has a theme. The first 5 days are focused on productivity and getting the most important things done that day. The next 5 days are about optimizing your energy. And the 5 final days are about optimizing your time. 15 mindful mornings. So I will ask you to pause this episode right now and go to the link in the show notes and register for the 15-day Mindful Morning Routine Challenge. We're also doing a community kickoff on the Wednesday night before, Wednesday, March 26th, where I'll be leading a 90-minute training session for every man to design their morning routines. It's a great opportunity for me to meet the men in this community and also potentially establish some accountability groups so that you actually do this work. Because as we've seen, when we've done these challenges before, the men who try to lone wolf it always fall off. And the men who do this in community with accountability always seem to cross the finish line together. So pause this episode right now, register for the event, and also join the Facebook group where you're going to have a chance to see on a daily basis men who are doing this work, reflecting on their journaling prompts, and an opportunity for you to make those connections. Pause, register, sign up for the Facebook group, and let's get into the episode. If you've never listened to this show before, you may not know how massive of a fan I am of highly intentional designed morning routines. And the reason for it is because I know what it's like to live a life without a morning routine. Back in my 20s, my typical morning routine would look like my alarm would go off, I'd go and pour a bowl of Frosted Flakes, I'd turn on SportsCenter, I'd take a poop, I'd take a shower, and I'd get on the subway up to my office in Times Square in New York City to do my job. And for many years of my life, probably for the decade of my 20s, that served me quite well because I didn't really have too many concerns. I didn't have a family that I had to take care of. My work wasn't extremely stressful, at least for the early part of my 20s. But as my life got more complex, as I decided to seek more in my work profession, where stress got bigger, where I wanted to start living a more intentional life, I found out that the way I was starting my days certainly did not set me up for success in the 16, 17, and 18 waking hours that followed. Think about this. The way that you start your day has an absolute impact on the energy, the clarity, the focus, the confidence, the presence, the patience that you carry into the rest of your day. And I certainly had no conscious plan or intentional plan for how I started my mornings. My mornings just kind of happened to evolve the way that they evolved. For most of the people who I consult with, for most of the men who are in my communities, at least before they started doing the deep inner work with us, when I've done an inventory of their morning routines, it looks a little something like alarm goes off, their cell phone's their alarm clock, they pull their phone onto their laps before they even get out of bed, and they dive into the external world of text messages, emails, breaking news, what's going on in social media, before they've even had a chance to stabilize their inner foundation. They let the outer world penetrate them, fire hose them with all of the urgency and the small-mindedness, the small tactical bullshit of your life comes through your phone. Hardly the most important things in your life, the most strategic things in your life ever come through your phone, especially not overnight when you're sleeping. And before your feet even have a chance to hit the floor, before you even remember who you are and what you're up to in this world, you're going to allow the outside world in to pollute your mind and your inner state of being. That's not what a great man does, right? So we need to wake up from that state of drift and to recognize that your morning routine is the rudder of your day. how you show up in your morning is the energy that you are going to carry through the 16, 17, and 18 waking hours that follow. And if you have not designed your morning routine for excellence, for presence, for peace of mind, for making sure that you know the most important things are going to get done that day, and showing up as your best self to ensuring that those things do get done, then chances are you're not going to be winning that day. The way that you win a lifetime breaks down to this. You win a morning, you win your day. You win your day, you win a week. You win the week, you win the month. You win the month, you win the year. You win enough years, you win a decade. You win enough decades, you win a lifetime. So we're talking about pretty high stakes here, aren't we, guys? Around how important it is that your day starts with power and with intention. And I found no better way to start your morning routine than by committing to a practice for a specified period of time, 15 days, and to committing to a period of time in the morning that's palatable for most men, 15 minutes. And even if it requires getting up 15 minutes earlier, that's not going to shortchange a significant enough amount of your sleep to offset the potential benefits that you're going to be receiving as a result of having a highly intentional design morning. So it's an easy investment to make for each day and for a very short period of time of 15 minutes. So right off the bat, we've created a low barrier to entry for a potentially high reward, high return on investment. So let's talk about what the 15-minute mindful morning routine looks like. It's very simple. It's broken into three very important segments of inner work: breath work, meditation, and journaling. All of these give you an opportunity to tap into yourself before going to the outside world. So for example, during this 15-day challenge that we're going to be kicking off, we're going to be doing a series of different breathwork exercises. The first one that we'll be doing is called 5 minutes of box breathing. And box breathing is something that the Navy SEALs popularized as a way to activate both sides of your nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for you getting into go mode, and activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the rest and digest, the calming part of you. And when you can synchronize your breath through this, what's called box breathing, what the Navy SEALs found was you can achieve this state of alertness from that sympathetic go mode, and also a sense of relaxation and presence, which comes from activating your parasympathetic nervous system. Most of us, the way that we live our lives, we operate in hyper-sympathetic nervous system go mode, stressed out all the time. And the part of our nervous system that is atrophied is that parasympathetic nervous system, right? And so we don't have that alertness and that calm. We tend to have that alertness and frenetic energy. But doing box breathing, especially to start your day, 5 seconds of inhale, 5 seconds of holding with a full lung, 5 seconds of exhale, and then 5 seconds of holding with empty lungs, and doing that for 5 minutes allows you to drop into a state of alert presence. So we're going to be doing that in the 15-day of Mindful Morning Routines Challenge to start. Now that the breath work has gotten you both alert and relaxed, we're going to drop into a 5-minute guided meditation. And for the first 5 days of this challenge, we're going to be focusing on productivity. And so what we're going to be doing is a 5-minute guided meditation on anticipating your day. So sitting and envisioning the ideal day that's about to unfold in front of you and what you need to get done in order to make that day a success and a win, and watching yourself go through that day and accomplishing those tasks, and also potentially anticipating obstacles that may get in the way and how you might create strategies to overcome those obstacles that show up. So you just spending those 5 minutes envisioning how you are going to show up as the great man, the best version of yourself over the course of that day will naturally make the likelihood that you do show up that way in those moments, the most challenging moments, or during the most complex tasks. But to show up your best self and to get those things done, well, the more often that you do that, the more often you win the day, you win the week, month, year. You know how the story goes. And then finally, the last 5 minutes of this 15-minute mindful morning routine is journaling. And every day I'm going to be sending you a unique and new prompt that will help you to start to think more deeply about your thinking, to tap into your emotional awareness so you can start to develop an emotional fluency, right? The ability to feel a feeling, name a feeling, be with that feeling, express that feeling, and then shift that feeling. And so some examples of those prompts will be, what is the number one thing that I need to get done today so that today can be a success? And is my day structured to support that? Right? That's going to be one of the ways, one of the prompts that you're going to have for that first week. Another one is, what's one thing that's been hanging out on my to-do list that I'll finally get done today? Right? What is one area of my professional life where I'm drifting? And how do I plan to bring intentionality to it today? How about this? What could I accomplish if I didn't check my phone for a period of 60 to 90 minutes today? If I just put my phone down, what's one big thing I could accomplish today? And I'm going to do it. Identify it and then do it. And then something as simple as, what is my intention for the day? What are 3 adjectives to describe how I want to feel showing up for today? Like, I want to be focused, confident, and patient. And then carrying that awareness with you throughout the course of the rest of the day. These are the journaling prompts that you're going to spend 5 minutes on. Every single day, you're going to get a new one. And then at the end of your 15 minutes, you will be focused and calm and refreshed. You have already spent time anticipating your day. You have already spent time reflecting on a short journaling prompt on the thing you want to get done or the obstacle you want to overcome or your intention for the day getting clearer. By the end of those 15 minutes, you will now have a plan for your day. So to summarize, 15 minutes for 15 days in a row has the opportunity to give you tons of insight around how you can show up as the best version of yourself. And I invite you to go to the show notes right now and click on the link to sign up for those 15 emails, to sign up for our Facebook group, because the accountability and support guys, I can't tell you how big that is. I've had a chance to see the drop-off rate for men who try and lone wolf these things is like 80 to 90%. And the men who actually joined a community who went through this work together, the opposite is true. 80 to 90% of the guys finished it. Even if they missed a few days in between, they actually got back on the horse and finished it. So join the Facebook group, become a part of the accountability network. And every single day I will be posting in the Facebook group, who did it? What did you journal about? Share your stories and responses. That was really popular when we did the 31-day Mentally Tougher Man Challenge. So join us, sign up. And finally, we also have that kickoff, which is a 90-minute session that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday, March 26th. So you get a chance to meet the men in the community, make some connections, maybe even join a small accountability group, and we'll take it from there. And there's no law against starting your 15-minute mindful mornings right now. So if you want to start up then today, do it and join us for the challenge where you'll already be sprinting off the starting line. We'll see you there.